Founded in 1840, Sandalford Wines is one of Australia's oldest and largest privately owned wineries. Having now completely transformed itself into a Margaret River wine operation, Sandalford has well and truly leapt into the big league of premium producers in Western Australia. Both the Estate Reserve and the new Margaret River range are entirely sourced from Margaret River fruit. Owner Peter Prendeville and winemaker Paul Bolden form a dynamic team that has taken the wines in an exciting new direction. Sandalford offers superb wines at all price points.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this, right in the middle of Margaret River, surrounded by vines. And I'm with Chief Winemaker at Sandalford, Paul Bolden. Paul, before we get started, I think we might need a drink. Oh, I love the crack of aluminium. Now, you guys were one of the first to introduce screw caps with premium wines in Western Australia.
Yeah, we were back in 2001, and unfortunately there was no technology here to apply the actual caps, so we could buy them. We just couldn't apply them. So we sent the wine in bulk off to South Australia, had it bottled, had the screw caps applied, and then brought the wine back here.
Of course, Sandalford is one of the oldest names in West Australian wine, isn't it?
Yeah, first established in the Swan Valley in 1840. Since 1992, Peter Prendeville and Deborah Prendeville bought the business, and incorporated in that business was this Margaret River vineyard, established in 1970. And this vineyard and one or two others around us is now used purely for all our wines.
The Sandalford started in the Swan Valley, but it's now primarily focused in Margaret River, isn't it?
We are a Margaret River wine producer, and all our wines and all the fruit from those wines now comes from Margaret River.
Well, this is a Shiraz. Now, Shiraz, Margaret River, they're not normally in the same breath, are they?
No, but when John Gladstone decided to set up Margaret River, he said this place is like Bordeaux, so everyone went and planted Cabernet basically in the mid-60s and the early 70s. It just so happened that for Sandalford at that time, with the rest of the Australian wine industry, Shiraz was the big grape variety. So there was Shiraz planted on this property. So in fact, we've got the largest and oldest planting of Shiraz in the northern part of Margaret River, which is Williabrup. So that really has been the genesis of why we're making fantastic Shiraz wines.
You make three ranges of wines, primarily all sourced from this vineyard?
All sourced from this vineyard. There's one other vineyard that we do use, but that's only 2 minutes down the road. So it's all Williabrup fruit, and the minimum age of any vine material that goes into making those three ranges is 15 years old. And obviously with our estate vineyard here, it's 40-year-old.
This quaint little rammed earth building at Williabrup in the heart of Margaret River is the cellar door for Sandalford wine. Paul, tell us a little bit about the ranges of wines that come from this particular area.
Ray, we have three ranges of wine from the Williabrup region of Margaret River. The first range is our Margaret River range wines, and these are sort of a mid-tier value for money range for Margaret River. And in Sandalford's way, we regard these as very fruit forward, very restrained in terms of oak, but lots of flavour, lovely soft textures, very easy drinking. A step up from that is our Estate Reserve wines, and these are just off this estate here, which was first planted in 1970. So there's a bit more complexity, a bit more structure about them, and certainly with the reds there's some new oak, as with the Chardonnay. And then sort of our icon flagship wine from Margaret River is the Prendeville Reserve, and this is named after the family that own Sandalford Wines, and in particular Peter and Deborah Prendeville.
The first of the ranges is the Margaret River range, so let's start with that, the classic white.
Yeah, Semillon Sauvignon Blanc, which is that classic blend from Margaret River, and that's why it's called classic white. And it makes those fresh, herbaceous, easy drinking, light-bodied wines very quaffable and very drinkable.
And the Shiraz?
The Margaret River range Shiraz. Margaret River has, traditionally not been a great home for Shiraz, but we've got some beautiful old vines now coming through, and it makes a very sort of fruit-forward style, very luscious, and very soft and easy drinking. The tannins in there are just beautiful with that wine.
Then we move to the Margaret River Estate range, and this is where you move up a notch.
Yeah, the Estate Reserve wines are purely from our own 40-year-old dry-grown vines on the property. And the first one there, the Verdelho, we've had a real name for ourselves for Verdelho for a long time now, because it is made in that sort of premium dry style. It's not sweet and it's not broad. It's very tight and focused.
And Chardonnay, of course, from this area is deluxe.
Yeah, Willie Abrupt Chardonnay, and this is our estate reserve Chardonnay. This is our only white wine that gets oak treatment, and of course, like all great Chardonnays from this region, that gets the best French oak money can buy. Very much fruit driven, good acid, very good oak, but restrained oak, and keeping the alcohol down as well.
And the estate reserve Cabernet.
This is again Margaret River Willie Abrupt. It's slightly warmer here than the southern parts of Margaret River, so we get beautiful, ripe, juicy flavours out of the Cabernet Sauvignon from this area, and particularly when they are 40-year-old and dry-grown vines, you get fantastic concentration of flavour and beautiful, big, luscious tannins in Cabernet, more so than what you get in Shiraz, and again, very good French oak.
And finally, the super premium printable range.
Yeah, named after Peter and Deborah Prentival, owners of Sandalford Wines. So this is the icon flagship wine of the company, and what we do with this wine is it gets 100% new French oak for 2 years, and we've got 12 blocks of Cabernet here, so that's our best 3 blocks of Cabernet fruit that go into that wine. But big fruit, big oak, lots of lovely acid in there, plenty of tannins, and this is a wine that's designed to last for 20 to 25 years.